What's going on, guys?
I'm Riley. And I'm Danny.
We're Music Mayhem with R&D. Tonight we are doing the catalog from the new Of Mice and Men album, Earth and Sky. We just finished up doing the first reaction to Grave Dancer.
Yep.
We do understand that there was a little bit of audio issues throughout. We tried to change the settings a little bit, see if maybe it doesn't help out a little bit. But as of right now, we're going to do the next song, which is called As We Suffocate.
Yep.
And as usual, we will always pause intermittently through the video just to ensure that you guys are able to keep the content on our page, be able to listen to it, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm going to make sure that we don't have any fucking ads to worry about here.
Just to backtrack a little bit, just to kind of go over again what we've heard as far as your Mushroom Clouds, Taste of Regrets, Earth and Skies, How to Survive, and now Grave Dancer.
Yeah.
It kind of seems like they are sticking to what they originally said when it said that this was going to be a much harder album, and we have certainly gotten that.
Yeah.
What I'm hoping for is a little bit of variation in sound.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Not to say that it sounds repetitive, because it doesn't, and it all sounds good. But how we were talking outside about the Defy album, you got a little bit of everything with that album.
Sure.
You know, you had your clean singing songs, you had your screaming songs, you had your clean screaming songs. You know what I mean? And that's what we've grown to love about this band. And I'm really hoping, and you get a little bit of that during Earth and Sky. You get Aaron just laying his pipes out there.
Yeah.
And everything is good. So I guess there's nothing else to say other than
we got to get through it to see if we get it.
That's right. Everybody that's joining us, thank you very much for joining us. Comment, like, share, whatever it is you got to do. If you hear something you don't like, feel free to go ahead and say something.
Yeah.
And we can just banter back and forth. This is going to be a long night, so please let's make some friends.
Yeah. Let's have some fun.
Absolutely.
So again, this is As We Suffocate. Let's jump into it a little bit.
Let's go. Yeah, boy. There we go. Fantastic mix, like usual.
I like this.
I do too.
Before we get into the next verse, we talked about wanting a little bit of variation. We're still clearly getting the hard playing, but in the same aspect, we're getting Aaron. At least we're getting what we want out of Aaron's voice.
Absolutely.
You're getting the hard to start with. The verses, clean singing, very much like Earth and Sky is.
Yep.
But in the same aspect, it sounds, as hard as it is and how similar it is to that, I still think that this it does sound a little bit different than some of the other ones that we've listened to. Like, it's right off the bat of going straight from first chorus, that balance for it.
Absolutely.
Sure.
I love the way that this song started out. I mean, obviously, we're going to talk about it 100 times tonight, probably, as far as you're screaming at the beginning of a song or screaming through most of it, whatever it is. But when Aaron just gets to belt it out a little bit, every song seems so much better.
Right.
You know, with just
I
his
agree.
voice being able to just let it ride.
Yeah. Well, and especially considering, before he really had to take the reins, that was what he did. I mean, he was he was the clean singer.
That's right.
And a lot of people have chastised him or chastised the band because they don't have people like Austin that are doing the screaming anymore. And we have sat there on numerous occasions. I don't know if it was necessarily on camera, but we've certainly talked about how we think that this band has certainly progressed into their own now that Aaron is the guy that's taking care of all of it.
Yeah.
And we think that they became a much better band because of such. Not to say that we didn't like songs from, when Austin was around and when Shaylee was around.
Well, sure. I mean, some
of
of our favorite songs are when Austin was still in the band.
Right.
But the fact is that we have talked about it numerous times. The musicianship that this band has now, compared to what it had before, the music writing is tenfold better.
Oh, absolutely,
tenfold.
And I'm sorry. I think the musicianship is better.
Absolutely.
It's clean. You almost hear the hits and the chords being played in a much better, cohesive unit. Whereas when you had your songs like Broken Bone or Bones Exposed and some of these other ones, it was almost so hard that you couldn't really comprehend a lot of it at times.
I wouldn't necessarily say Bones Exposed with that. I would go more into your OG Locos and your The Deaths and even Warzone. You know what I mean? Which is not an Austin song. That song was still very raw in its approach.
Yeah.
But I think that the writing has consistently gotten better once Austin left.
Sure.
And that is due to the fact that Austin did a lot of that implementation as far as what gets played where and how it gets played and all that.
Yeah.
And now it's a focal point amongst all of them. And it's four guys giving their input as opposed to four guys giving their input and one guy shutting it down. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or trying to change it.
Right. Making his own type of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So we got about 1 minute and 40 seconds left. Let's keep it rolling.
Yeah.
Oh, we got 2 minutes left.
Yeah. Oh. That is so sick, bro. All right, I'm gonna pause it for a second because I feel like something's about to happen. I was thinking about this as they jumped into the second verse. I feel like this song so far is almost like a blend of Mushroom Cloud when it comes to the verse and Earth and Sky when it comes to the chorus.
I agree.
Like it's really, really hard when they're going through the going through the verse. And then you kind of get that complete change of momentum when it hits the chorus.
Yeah.
I really, really like that.
I as well. And you know how you say watching the world burn and until the world burns and stuff like that. I actually have a feeling that this is another one of those songs
where
that ties into the story.
Yeah.
And everything that we've been reading and whatever, once you get the vinyl or the CD, there's a lot of things in there that give you the opportunity to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
And figure out the story on your own. and how Valentino tweeted, hey, you know, look at all this stuff and follow us and down the rabbit hole. We've been going down the fucking rabbit hole since goddamn How to Survive.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this has been a complete mind fuck.
Well,
but it's been great.
I mean, we had How to Survive, and it was like, okay, that's the first thing. So it was a really good concept. I love the video and all this type of stuff. It's very kind of cryptic in itself because it wasn't the type of music video that you're used to seeing, especially from these guys, nevertheless, or really from anybody, I guess. But then it was like you got that, and then you had Mushroom Cloud that hit right after it, and it was like, okay, this clearly plays into.
Well, sure, they're dressed the same, but now they're all disheveled.
And then you got Earth and Sky, and it was like, okay, this has got to be a part of it because there's certain things that you're seeing, but then there's this other aspect, and it throws you for this complete other loop. And then you get fucking Taste of Regret, and now we're sitting there going, what the fuck is happening right now? Like, where are we at right now?
Right.
And so now you're getting these types of songs, and especially you're looking at the names of these songs, and it's like they have to all tie together. Grave Dancer, okay. We just went through this whole Fallout thing with the first few songs that we had.
Right.
As we suffocate, that would make sense because in How to Survive, they were all wearing the masks and whatnot. So it's like, okay. Aaron, I'm sorry, buddy, but you almost have to make a goddamn music video to every one of your fucking songs, bro.
Yeah, not only
on this album, just so I know. Make a movie out of this. Let's go.
And listen, Mr. Pauly, I guarantee you, he's told you what the story is. Slide into my DM.
Right. Tell me.
Let me know what's going on.
Right.
I promise I won't tell a soul.
Right.
Other than him. But he'll be there. So it doesn't matter. But nonetheless, this has been, it's been awesome trying to figure out the story.
I think that's made the intrigue of wanting to, I mean, not that we didn't want to listen to this already, but I think that having that aspect on top of it has made it so much better because we're wanting to figure out what's going on. We're wanting to figure out where's the story going now? How do we piece this story together now? Is it all in a row? Is it one here? Is it one here? How do we, you know what I mean? It's been all over the place.
Right.
Like
or is it encrypted in the actual album itself? Or are we supposed to listen to it when it's supposed to come up?
Right.
Or is everything this one massive concept album?
Right.
Which nobody's done. I don't think anybody's done that.
Not that I can recall.
An entire concept album with 4 videos that kind of just piece together.
Yeah.
Who knows what the fuck the order is, but they obviously all tying together.
But that's the fun part about it. You know,
it's the brilliant part about it.
Right. Well, and the fact that they said that they're also incorporating parts from their old past albums and stuff like that makes it even more interesting now that they've said that because you're like, okay, fuck, now I got to fucking try and listen to see if I can catch any of that. I haven't been able to. And naturally, we'll get the vinyl tomorrow because we pre-ordered it. And we're going to be sitting there dissecting every minuscule thing that we can just to see if we can figure it out. But again, we have a minute left. Let's finish this one off.
That's it. Got a long way to go. He didn't even tell you. That's bullshit.
I think that's deserving of a good lashing, a father-son lashing. Oh, please let us know if the music sound is coming off better this go around.
Yes, please.
And we went back and listened to it and completely heard what you were talking about in the first video.
That is such a sick rip.
Your pre-order? How are you not the first person to have it, man?
How right? What the fuck?
You should have gotten the original press.
No shit. No shit. I'm gonna have to get Aaron on the phone.
Right. Aaron, I know you're about to go on stage over in California.
This is not about me. This is about your dad.
Right. You need to call your father right now and apologize.
But nonetheless, that was As We Suffocate. That was a fucking awesome song.
Yeah, you know what, dude?
You did get a sneak. I'm sure you got a sneak. If you didn't get a sneak peek, there's
something wrong. Right.
But yeah,
I'm gonna tell you right now, dude. I know that we've liked all 4 of the songs that came out prior to this album being dropped. As it stands right now, that might be one of my favorites so far off of this album.
Well, you know how high up I am
on really good.
You know how high up I am on Earth and Sky. That is one of my favorite choruses that they've ever come out with as a band. This is a close second. Earth and Sky still has it for me, but this song is very, very good.
Yeah, this was about everything I could have wanted
Absolutely.
from them.
Absolutely.
Musically.
Absolutely. It gave you everything that you could have possibly wanted. It gave you your hard riffs. It gave you your little thrash. You know what I mean? It gave you your breakdown. It gave you Aaron screaming. It gave you Aaron clean singing. It gave you everything that you wanted. And
well,
and
it was balanced.
Band. Absolutely.
It wasn't
the
that
whole
you
way.
It wasn't that you went 90% screaming and then gave you a little bit of a clean singing. It was even across the board on that one, which was excellent. I loved it.
I agree.
I absolutely loved it.
So we are going to do what we normally do. We are going to take a quick break, and we are going to come back. We appreciate everybody that has joined us. Mr. Pauly, this is awesome. Please come back.
I don't know. I mean, other than Aaron being here with us and doing this, which I know is impossible because he's touring right now, I don't know that I could be any more stoked for one person being with us. This is the fact that you have came and commented on each one of our Mice and Men videos since we've really kind of started doing this, especially when it came to when it dropped specifically. It's awesome. I don't know that I could convey my appreciation for you being with us tonight. It's awesome.
That's right. I agree.
With that being said, again, we'll take another 10-minute break. We're going to come back and we're going to keep this train rolling because we've got a lot of albums to go.
Yes, we do.
No. We love your support, my friend.
That's right.
But again, I'm Riley.
And I am Danny.
We're going to see you guys here in a few minutes, and we will keep this going.
Yes, we shall.